All the way up. All right. Good morning, everybody. Luis Morales here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. This is the 11 a.m. stretch break on a Thursday morning. Now, before we get started, go ahead and drop anything in the chat, guys. If you feel like it needs a little bit of extra love today, a little bit of extra stretching, we're going to just get into all sorts of stuff, just kind of wake our bodies up just a little bit further. Kind of prepare the body, because we definitely have a workout coming up in Exercise with Exos later today at noon. Hope you guys will join us for that. But again, drop anything in the chat that you feel needs a little bit extra love. Otherwise, we can go ahead and get it started. What we're going to do today, guys, is start on the ground in a kneeling position, half kneeling to be specific. Let's see, what did Brittany say? Brittany said hamstrings. All right, sounds good, Brittany. Can definitely do some hamstrings. Okay, what we're gonna do today here, guys, though, is starting on the ground, and you might need a pillow or something like that if you're working with some hardwood floor like I am. But what we're gonna do is start in a half kneeling position, one knee on the ground, 1 foot out in front, and we're gonna get going, stretching out the front of those hips and the muscles that run kind of in the front of our legs. So take a moment to get in this position. Doesn't matter which knee we start with on the ground. And once we get into this position, what we want to do is start first with that glute squeeze. So whatever knee you got down on the ground, that same side, go ahead and check in with that glute. Try and squeeze that glute as much as you can. Maintain that tension. From here, we can kind of push the hips forward a little bit, find our abdomen muscles, our core muscles. And from here, we're breathing into the abdomen as well, trying to expand that tension we kind of feel right here in the front of our hips. So play around with this. It might take you a little bit more of pushing the hips forward to find that tension, maybe not. Either way, we want to maintain that glute squeeze the entire way through. So let's take a couple more breaths into that tension. Try and maintain that regular breathing pattern. Don't hold your breath. Good job, guys. On that next exhale, go ahead and release that tension. Bring your weight back onto that back knee. And let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. All right, you guys. So with our knee down, other side now, what we're going to do is go through that same checklist. So find that glute first. Squeeze that glute super hard. Sometimes it helps to keep the hand on it to make sure it's squeezing. And then what we're going to do is push those hips forward a little bit, just trying to find some tension, find those core muscles, and then find that regular breathing pattern. We can just kind of expand the lower rib cage. Inhale, breathe into that tension that we have in the front of the hip. Maybe it's also in the front of that quad as well. Exhaling that tension as well. Good work, you guys. Check in with that glute. Make sure that glute is still squeezed. Maintain that tension there. One more breath. Nice work, everybody. Now we can shift our weight back. Release the tension in that glute. Let's go ahead and come all the way down onto the ground into one of our favorites, that notorious Shin Box position. So I'm going to start here, guys, with my left leg in front. Right leg is going to be out to the side. And again, we want to start with the ankles and the knees connected to the ground here. And sometimes it helps if you're really, really tight in this position to sit on a yoga block or a pillow. That sometimes helps to ease the tension in those hips as we get into this position. So once we're in this position, what we're going to do is a little bit of rotation here. So I got my left leg in front. What we're going to do is put that left hand down to the side here a little bit. We're going to leave those legs glued where they are. So again, ankles and knees are going to stay connected to the ground. We're going to take that offhand, that free hand, and rotate and thread the needle kind of through that gap between our body and whatever hand you have on the ground over here to your side. So let's inhale to prepare, big inhale, and then on our exhale, we're going to reach through that gap, turn the head to watch the hand, reach through as far as we comfortably can, keeping those knees and ankles on the ground, and then recoil, come back to center. Good job, guys. Let's do 2 more of these. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach through that gap. Look at that hand. Maybe try and reach a little bit further than the first time. Feel that rotation through the spine. Let's recoil, come back to center. All right, last one here on this side. Big inhale to prepare. Let's try and reach the furthest yet. Big reach here, you guys. Big reach. Turn that head. Good work. All right, let's recoil back to center. Nicely done, you guys. Okay, time has come. Let's go ahead and switch sides here. Take a moment. We're going to now plant other knee, or other leg, I should say, in front. I'm going to plant the other hand out to the side. All right, same deal. Once we have those knees and ankles planted, we're going to go ahead and rotate through that gap. So big inhale to prepare here. Exhale, we're reaching through that gap, turning our head to look at our hand, feeling that rotation through the spine. All right, let's recoil out of that. 2 more here, guys. Try and reach a little further each time. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, big reach through that gap. Keep those knees and ankles where they're at. We're just trying to feel that rotation through the spine here. All right, guys, recoiled out of it. One last one. Here we go. Big inhale to prepare. Big exhale, reaching as far as we can. Hopefully it's the furthest one yet. Turn that head. Good work, you guys. Let's recoil back to center here. Good work. All right, now we can be done with the shin box position. Nothing too crazy here today. From here, let's go ahead and get up onto our feet. So take a moment here. We're going to stand all the way up. Awesome. All right, you guys. So next up, we're going to work the shoulders just a little bit here. We want to make sure that those shoulder muscles are woken up, that they're active. Sometimes these muscles really get neglected and they are a pain in the butt if you injure them anytime in life. So let's go ahead and keep these things healthy. What we're going to do is plant those feet about shoulder width apart, comfortable with. What we're going to be doing is standing up straight here, guys. Let's go ahead and spread those arms out into a nice big kind of T position. So we're not shrugging, but those arms are straight out to the side here, up around shoulder level. Let's ball those fists up, but keep the thumbs up. So we got the thumbs going up towards the ceiling. What we're going to do now is rotate through the shoulder joint, keeping the arms kind of straight out to the side here. So let's start by going forward. So let's rotate so those thumbs are now pointing forward towards your computer, towards your phone, whatever, and then let's try and point them down at the ground. Good work, you guys. Just to go as far as you comfortably can. Let's make sure that those core muscles and those glutes are kind of squeezed, keeping the hips under us. And again, no shrugging. All right, now let's go the other way. Thumbs coming back forward, thumbs up towards the ceiling, and now the thumbs are going to try and rotate, point behind us, maybe even down if we can. But again, we're not shrugging, keeping those arms right up at shoulder level. All right, you guys, we're going to go back forward the way we came. Then we can kind of start to move at your own pace here, maybe a little bit quicker. Maybe we're still kind of moving slow. Thumbs are pointed down now. And then let's bring it all the way back. Thumbs are pointed up. And now thumbs are pointed behind us. Good work, you guys. We're going to do one more rotation all the way through. Bring those thumbs up. Thumbs pointed forward, thumbs pointed down. Try and rotate as much as you comfortably can. We want to have control here. And then let's go all the way back one more time. Thumbs pointed straight in front of you, thumbs pointed up, thumbs pointed back. Good work, you guys. No shrugging. All right, let's bring those thumbs back up to pointed up towards the ceiling. And now we can kind of relax those arms nice and slow. Give those arms a little shake out. The shoulder might be feeling a little bit of a burn here. All right, next up, let's address those hamstrings. So one of the things that is a good, one of the indicators of good posterior chain length and length in the hamstrings is kind of the ability to touch the toes. So what we're gonna do here, guys, is practice that a little bit, but I wanna give you guys a little bit of extra guidance. What we wanna do when we try and touch our toes is push the hips back. This kind of creates a little more room and a little more length in our hamstrings instead of us keeping the hips in the same place and then trying to bend forward here. It's much harder to do this than it is to kind of push those hips back and create some space. So if you can kind of be near a wall for this one, try it out. The wall will kind of support you. You can stand in front of the wall and try and push your hips back to meet that wall while trying to touch the toes. But either way, let's try and push those hips back as far as we can while still keeping the weight even throughout our our feet. Maybe you have more weight in the heels, and that's okay. And we're just trying to hang, touch the toes if we can. If not, that's totally fine. Let's let that head hang. And from here, we're just breathing. Again, all the weight in the heels, pushing those hips back as much as you can. Again, the wall will help if you're kind of feeling weird with the balance. Having something behind you for support definitely helps. Breathe through it, guys. I know this one can be really, really intense at times. Good work. Just keep breathing. Weight in the heels, head hanging. Hopefully we're feeling some hamstring stretch, or at least the hamstrings are waking up a little bit. All right, guys, one more breath. I know we're hanging out here for a while. One more big breath. Feel that lower back expand. And after that exhale, slowly bring ourselves back up. Good work, you guys. Squeezing those glutes at the top. Good job. Okay, last thing that we're going to do here today, guys, a little bit of upper spine work. Let's go ahead and plant those feet about shoulder width apart. And we can do a few neck circles. So relax those arms down by your side. We'll start with the chin on the chest. And then what we'll do, you can start rotating in whichever direction you want, but we're trying to draw the biggest circle possible. Imaginary laser pointer attached to your nose. Take your time here, guys, and make sure that breathing stays constant. Maybe you're focusing on bringing the ears towards the shoulders. Maybe you're focusing on a certain part of the neck that's tight. Got to make sure that we're not shrugging at all or not moving the rest of our body to help us in any way inadvertently move our neck in these big circles. All right, guys, we're going for 3 in this first direction here. So as we get close to our kind of the end of our third rotation here, we'll end with the chin on the chest, and then you can switch directions. Breathing all the way, guys. Make sure we're not inhaling and then holding it for a while. Good work, guys. Good work. Work out all those kinks. Probably some pops and some cracks to go along with it. That's all right, as long as it's not super painful. Wherever you guys are at, let's come towards the end of this rotation. Again, ending with the chin on the chest. And then we can slowly bring our heads all the way back up. Good work, you guys. Thank you guys for sticking there with me. All right, exercise of the Exos. That is today at 12 noon. Hope you guys will join us for that. Jazz is going to be leading us through that. Good workout planned. We also have another stretch break today at 2:30 p.m. and then abs and core / mobility with Brittany at 4:30 p.m. So hope you guys will join us for some of those classes. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy out there. We'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Good work, guys.
Thanks, Luis.
Thanks, Luis.
See you guys.